Exomologiste tokiri oti agathos alleluia.
Otis ton neona to eleos aftu alleluia.
Okay, fine. What does the smell look like?
Black hair, scruffy beard. Taller than me, so about 6'3".
What was he wearing?
White.
What was he wearing?
A red tracksuit and jumper and a bikini.
Wear a tracksuit.
I think it's black and red, like plain colours.
Okay. Obviously, we're going to see if we can go, obviously, find him to obviously see what his problem is. With regards to moving forward, what do you want to do? Do you want
Continue doing the stand here.
Okay, fine. So you're happy for it to be recorded and be closed, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, fine. All right, no worries. We'll go have a look for him.
Have you got the CAD number?
Pardon?
Have you got the CAD number for this incident? Would you want the CAD reference number
Yeah,
for
yeah,
this
yeah.
incident? Yeah, I'll write it down for you, don't worry.
And I'm fine continuing the stand, yeah?
Yeah? Are you okay?
Yeah.
Yeah? Obviously, if he returns and he starts being volatile or violent, just let us know.
Yeah,
Just give us a call,
I
okay?
have done this stand several times in Camden town, and I know what I'm doing is in line with the laws. So.
No, well, but it's not that, is it? It's just more your own safety.
Yeah,
That's
of
all that we
course.
care about. Just to make sure that you're okay.
We're not disputing. That's not our jurisdiction about what you're doing. You can do that.
Perfect.
Is that what he had a problem with? What
No, he was drunk.
He said that I was a baby killer.
Yeah.
I've got 2 kids of my own. This is an insult. Can you insult people in the streets like that?
I mean, you can report me for a
Because you can
report me for a
freely
hate crime.
Yeah, that's a hate crime.
Yeah, but you literally
Okay, well,
just said.
if you're that miss,
She should have felt
16,
this.
16, 16.
Alright, mate, if you have any issues,
And he
just call us
didn't
if he
need
comes back.
anyone
Alright?
speaking.
We're gonna go.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you for the police. God bless the police and what they did. They stayed just and unbiased and allowed me to continue my, let's just say, street preaching against abortion and transgenderism. Yeah.
I don't know what works.
It doesn't matter. All right. Now.
Just checking if he was live or not, mate.
Okay, do you mind if we just fix the
Because
banner?
there's no chat in your chat.
No, we're not live.
All right.
What did they take from you? Like, were they?
My details, but that's because I was making a police
What's
report.
giving you details?
I don't really care. Fuck it.
Because you don't have to. But, you know.
Well, like, how am I supposed to report the guy to the police?
Yeah. If you want to get that guy in.
Yeah, but the only one recording was us.
Oi, please don't batter yourself in the recording. Like, don't walk past each other when you're recording, because then it just makes sure.
Yeah, no. Obviously, adrenaline.
You got a lot of battery.
Sorry.
You get a lot of battery.
Well, I was filming him when he was in my face. I think I filmed him like knocking
Yeah, so
over
I'm not
the
making
stand.
chat. You might just edit through the slides. Turning point because so like Camden.
They might have gotten thrown the bottle as well. I thought it was going to be a glass bottle.
Yeah, I thought it was
believe
glass.
plastic.
Oi,
Yeah,
can you attach this here?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. I'm gonna continue doing. Finley, man, Revelations camera. Where's he gone? Man, the camera
I think
here.
that woman wanted to ask you. I think that woman in the back there wanted to ask you a question.
All right, man, the camera there. I want to move. So you wanted to ask me a question, yeah?
I don't want to debate. I just want to ask a yes or no question
Okay.
to you.
That was from the coppers.
And if you ask, do you mind coming here so it just picks up on speaker? It's fine if not.
No, I just want to ask you a yes or no question.
Yeah.
If a
Sorry.
9-year-old child was raped,
Yeah.
and she would die if she carried forth the baby, would you still make her carry it forward?
Nope. But it wouldn't be through an abortion to which the pregnancy was terminated. C-section.
That's still birth. Exactly.
Yeah, but my argument is that my argument is that the process of abortion is never medically necessary. The only thing that's medically necessary is a C-section. Pardon?
There aren't very many elective abortions.
Well, what about the new Labour government that pushed that it would not be a crime for you to have an abortion even above the 20-week mark?
But nobody does that. No woman's going to do that
No, but
unless it's...
listen, that's like you saying...
Actually, I was speaking. You listen.
Okay.
Let me finish. No woman is going to do that. No woman. 99% of women
Yep.
are not going to do that.
What about the 1%?
Well, Well, whatever. It's fucking 1%.
There's still 1% of babies that,
All right,
according to
you
you,
know
are
what? You have a
innocent of being
conversation with
killed.
yourself, and you have a good night.
Okay.
I'm sorry. What was the point of this?
It's called conjecture. When you say a point which is obviously refutable, well, I'm not trying to act smart. It's just, it seems like when you have a course. I haven't studied at all. I'm 17. I'm in college.
You're in college. What do you study in college then?
IT.
IT. So do you know the difference between biology and IT, the difference?
Yes.
You do. So why are you saying that abortion is murder?
Well, I don't need a biology degree or studying biology to say that murder is
I
wrong.
don't think you can speak for murder when you would let a 9-year-old die just to carry
No,
a baby.
I said that you can have a seat.
At least put the mic
Yeah.
on. At least put the mic on so people can hear what you're saying.
Go out the film.
Oh, put your mic on at least.
Yeah.
Put the mic on at least.
Well, it does. It's just through a medical process.
I don't think she wants to be cut open. You say a magical
Yeah, but no one wants to be raped either.
magical
You
process.
take care of them yourself.
Yeah, whatever is financially feasible.
You don't care.
How many rooms do you have?
Whatever is financially feasible through any government grants that would push someone in the system. You know.
Total sense.
Wait, so you believe that someone's right to life is contingent upon their quality of life? Because your argument is from the economic status of the mother. Now, would we argue that a child can be murdered based off the fact that they earn under a certain threshold?
I cannot make any decisions about anybody else's
You
body.
believe that children
I cannot
outside
make
of the
any
womb can be
decisions.
killed?
Children outside of the womb can, as in, does it happen or should?
Pardon?
Of course, they shouldn't be killed outside of the
Okay,
womb.
for the same reason, why would you abort and kill a fetus?
Because a fetus is not yet a fully living being. The thing is that you cut it off. You go completely to the point of birth.
The Didache, which is a 2nd century church document written by the apostles, outlines within chapter 28 that abortion is wrong.
Do you really think I care about religion?
Okay, but you quoted religious scripture. You quoted the character
because
of Christ.
If you're going to go off religion, then you should follow all of the religious scripture.
Yeah, and I follow what the apostles teach. The apostles teach in chapter 28 of the Didache, a scripture written by the apostles who knew Christ, that abortion was wrong. Because at the time of 1st century Rome, abortion was dumping the fetus in a forest and leading it to survive off its own.
It's not that, is it? Though? It's not that.
Yes, because we've medically progressed. Yes, but the apostles have.
My hand here, I need to fix that.
No, it's fine.
Is the mic fine?
Do me a favour and just like stop following me, yeah? Just go around, yeah?
Fix your collar a bit.
Yeah.
Fix your collar and fix the mic as well.
Do me a favour, like don't get around the recording.
I just need to fix. I will if I get.
Hello.
Yeah. Turn it up as well, because fuck them.
Do you agree with abortion? The mass unaliving of innocent human life. Pardon?
Appreciate it.
What do you mean by that?
By the murder of fetuses in the womb.
It's not alive, mate. You have 6 breaths. You have 6 breaths.
Okay, and what are people on like assisted machines for breathing? Because there are people who have conditions which need machines in order to breathe, which is the same sort of apparatus that kind of happens in the.
What is this guy doing?
I'm just making sure that if I'm being pushy too much, just tell me. Okay. So, do you agree with abortion?
It's a fucking egg.
It's not an egg. It's a fertilized egg. A fertilized egg, which of course is in utero and develops into a human life, and develops into.
Well, there was 3 people who agreed with me, and another 4th person.
Who disagree?
What about prior to the abolition of slavery, right? Most of the people in America agreed with slavery. Do you agree that slavery is a matter of social justice? Pardon? Well, no. Social justice matters regardless of how many people agree with it, right? Okay, so if I can argue to you, yeah, of course. Now, my problem is that social justice, regardless of how many people support it, is still that justice, right? So if I can argue to you that abortion is the mass unaliving of women, of children in the womb, would you take that? Well, children is just a colloquialism representing a stage of development.
They're not even developed yet. Most abortions.
Nor are you. You're not fully developed.
Yeah, neither are you.
Of course, and that's my point.
You're fucking 17
Yes.
and you're going on about this shit.
Yes.
Have you ever had a baby?
Go to college.
No.
So how the fuck do you know?
Well, I don't need to know things anecdotally in order to know that something's true.
Man, the only thing I can't wrap my head around is how you're okay with the mass murder of animals and you're not okay with an abortion. One, not mass abortions. We're not talking about everyone's aborting at one go, bro. But you go McDonald's where they've killed like thousands of cows.
Because do we value pigs the same that we value humans?
But who are you to say why should we not?
That's the question to you, mate.
Why should we not? And it's not just pigs. We're talking about cows who feed us a lot of things like cheese, milk.
Do we value this the same as human life?
But it's not a human life yet. It's still not born.
That's not my question.
It's not born
That's
yet.
not my question.
Of course you're going to value it. Of course it's the same.
Okay, great.
So you're a piece.
In the womb, what is growing?
Murder is murder.
In the womb.
My question is,
in the womb, what is growing?
But abortion is
screaming
murder.
testing, mate. No.
Abortion is murder.
Go behind
right?
me.
The question
Pardon?
is. No, wait, sorry, shut the fuck up a second. The question is easy, yeah?
No, and
the
even then.
Wait, the question is abortion is murder.
Yeah.
Killing animals is murder.
Yeah.
Same thing. So what?
Well, murder
has no
in
sense.
context to a different species, right?
But but it's wrong for them. So they'd probably.
Because it's a different species.
So they should come to Camden. All the cows should come to Camden Town and say, "Oh, it's wrong to kill us cows." Shut the fuck up.
Yo. For the life of me, please stop. Like,
I need to fix the mic.
oh, then fix it then. You're gonna have to do a lot of cutting, by the way. Just like cut a lot of stuff like this. Huh? You're gonna put it up. Pardon? Pardon?
Where do you live?
I'm not saying that. I live in London.
Because
Well, yeah, because I don't just do this. I talk about Islam, I talk about abortion, I talk about most mortal evils in this world. I do that weekly. And I also talk about abortion. And actually, in fact, Islam allows for abortion, so they're equally evil.
I like
Christian.
really though, like
Yeah?
a lot of people to go to iPhone, isn't that just
Why are you
What's your issue? What's your issue with him?
because he's anti-abortion?
Are you pro-abortion?
Yes.
So
I'm
you...
not pro-murder because they aren't
Okay,
children.
what is
She
murder?
got raped.
Pardon?
Say she got raped
Yeah.
and she got pregnant by that rape. Is that abortion?
Yes.
Can she have an abortion?
Because I'm fixing this.
I don't really want the mic, to be honest.
Well, unfortunately...
Exactly. If you want a discussion, then put the mic down and we can have a
I'm going to
talk.
ask you again, I ain't got the time.
Yeah.
If this young lady got raped, or any of the young girls who got raped by a man,
Yep.
and they fell pregnant, and
they physically and financially can't support the kid.
Yeah.
And they had an abortion, what's that?
Okay, so in the case of rape, it is still an abortion. Now, whether abortion for you in that case is justified or not, but my question to you is, look, if we set out government policy that would say that abortion is permissible in the case of incest and rape, would you agree with me that someone that has an abortion for the sake of it's wrong?
If someone doesn't want a kid, then they should be allowed to have an abortion.
Exactly,
Okay,
that's just
then
like-
why are you specifying the case of rape?
Because that's a lot of the cases of rape.
Because that-
And a lot
No,
of
it's
cases
not.
of
It
abortion.
is actually a very small proportion of rape.
And you think that shouldn't count?
So you should
Well,
ignore
in this
And you
case,
didn't say, like-
in this case, the ethos of liberal democracy is compromise, right?
And okay,
And in that case, I would be happy to compromise in a UK which is traditionally pro-abortion, to then transition to a system which allows for abortion in the case of incest and rape, but not in the time of normative elective abortions.
So you would allow abortions if they were incest or rape?
Yes.
Allow.
But-
Exactly, allow.
Yes.
Allow. What about people who can't financially support a child and the child will be born into a life of poverty?
Okay,
and
well,
crime?
firstly, would you do that for children? Would you justify that with children as well?
What do you mean?
1-year-olds, they live above a certain threshold of money, therefore we just kill them?
Well, they're already alive.
A 1-year-old is like
Okay.
living and breathing.
Is in the womb, the thing that you have in your womb, is it dead?
Well,
It's nothing. It's like a rock. It's a rock alive or dead.
No.
It's a clump
Is it
of
living?
cells. It's a clump of cells.
No, it's not living.
Well, every single cell in your body right now, besides it.
Yes,
So
they're living.
if you get a car, is that murder? Could have killed yourself?
Well, no,
Exactly.
because it's not the whole of this human, it is a part.
But none of it is human.
Mate, you look about 12.
None of it's human.
A fetus
And you
is
look
not a whole
about
human
14.
either. A fetus is not a whole human.
Well, yes, it is. It is still a whole of a human
No,
life.
it's not. It's not grown. It doesn't have a consciousness or a
Okay.
brain.
Like when someone's sleeping, can we kill them?
Can you wait?
No, because they wake up.
Because they have the passive
Do you think
potency to
throwing
deploy
away
consciousness.
seeds- Do you think throwing away seeds is the equivalent?
No,
to
because it's not
cutting down a tree?
fertilized.
Do you think
A
throwing?
seed is not yet fertilized.
Do you think?
She's got a point, man.
Yeah, a seed is not fertilized, nor is an egg that you have in your breakfast.
But your argument, a seed could grow into a tree. But based
No,
on
it doesn't
your
have. It doesn't have the
argument-
passive.
But you say-
It doesn't have the inward ability to deploy life. That's the point.
Deploy life. Yes,
It needs.
It's a seed.
It needs
Seed
like
is a
this.
potato.
One second. Wait, hold on. You can't interrupt someone when they're trying to speak, right? So your problem is this. Well, if we take the case of an egg or a seed, why can't we kill it? Or why do we traditionally kill or dismiss seeds? Now, my problem with that is that a seed or an egg is not yet fertilized, right? If I crack an egg on my breakfast, it is not yet a. Well, it's not.
Become fertilized.
Well, they are fertilized by some sort of agent, right? So like an incubator. You need to, in order for an egg to grow, it must be an incubator. Yes, it must be
You
fertilized.
put it in a cupboard, a potato will just grow. They will just grow. It just does that itself.
Yes.
So it was already fertilized.
Yes, but do we value the potato over a human?
That's not what we're saying. We're comparing your argument.
You're
of-
comparing
you-
the
you
moral
interrupted me.
value of a
You interrupted
potato.
me,
Yeah,
you told me
because it's
not to.
congestion. If I have something of
Okay,
value
it's congestion then.
okay.
It's congestion.
So you believe that potatoes have the same value of life than a human?
Charlie Kirk want to be.
Okay. Now,
You kind of look like him though. He's chopped his out.
okay.
But
And you look like a sexual degenerate, but I don't speak on
Oh, I live
issues.
for it.
Okay. You live for being a sexual degenerate, right? Do you think that's advisable? On a different note, do you think being a sexual degenerate is advisable?
talking about this, just talking about my fashion now.
Well, of
Like,
course, because you
dress
commented
up.
on my fashion, right? My aesthetic.
I didn't.
Now, your problem
I just said you
is
look like Charlie Kirk. I didn't
okay,
just say
and you look like a sexual degenerate.
Wow.
Wait. So on a real note, firstly, the whole aesthetic that you portray, the fact that you promote abortion is no way advisable, right? Secondly, your problem with seeds and potatoes is assuming that a seed and a potato has the same.
We're not
Wait,
saying that.
do you believe a potato has the same moral value than a human life?
That's not what I said. That's not what I said. You are.
Well, I'm asking you, do you?
Stupid.
Do you?
No, I'm
Do
using-
you?
No.
Okay, good. So why are you comparing the two?
Because your argument was that the embryo has a potential to grow into a human. So if
No, it has the passive potency. There you go, you didn't listen. Passive potency is the inward ability to do something, right? I need, I don't know, an escalator to go higher. I don't have the passive potency to get higher.
Con tan buena conducción.
The more you talk, the more you're feeding him.
Yeah, I need to stop.
His aim is to trigger you.
What about baby
His
killing?
thing is- It's not about baby killings, bro. We're not talking about mass abortions, like people just here killing babies.
Well, over 600,000 is pretty a lot.
They kill 600,000 cows a fucking day from it.
Do you value a cow that equally as a human?
Why should, it's not a human yet. It's a fetus.
What is it then? What species? A fetus is a stage of development of a human. According to you, a child isn't a human. Because the child is a stage of development, a fetus is. Pardon?
I've got a child. I would never abort.
Okay,
Never.
is your child
I
a
would
human?
never abort.
Is a child a human?
I'm telling you, I would never abort, but you're
Do you want to have a discussion here? Because I can't hear my thoughts.
tell me that.
Hey, do me a favor and don't get near the camera, yeah?
Yeah, but sit down now and start.
Yeah, but just like,
I was about to play the Saviour at this since they turned that off.
that's mine. But like, do me a favor, don't get in the way of the camera. Wait, send me the footage and I'll cut it for you, yeah? Yeah, no. But
Hopefully it beats the kick.
do me a favor, right? All three of you send me footage, and I'll pull it together because there's some things I don't want, some things I do. All right. You gonna film me? Please don't get in the way. Yeah, but please don't. Turn it up because they've turned their music up.
Hello.
Yeah, it's fine.
In the name of the Son, and of the Father, and of the Holy Spirit, both now and now, and to the ages of ages. Amen. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us for our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from the evil one. Because thy is the kingdom, the power and the glory, both now and ever, and to the ages of ages. Amen. I believe in one God, Father Almighty, creator of heaven and earth, ruler of all things visible and invisible, and in one Lord Jesus Christ, the Son of God, light of light, true God of true gods, begotten not made, co-substantial with the Father, from all things were made, and for us men and for us salvation, came incarnate of the Holy Spirit and of the Virgin Mary. He was crucified under Pontius Pilate, and rose on the third day according to the Scriptures, and in one Holy Spirit, who proceeds from the Father, whom with both the Father and the Son is worshipped and glorified. In one holy, Catholic and Apostolic Church, I affirm one baptism for the remission of the sins, and wait for the resurrection of the living and the dead. Lord, Jesus Christ, Son of the living God, forgive us for our transgressions. Lord, please forgive the transgressions, both voluntary and involuntary, of the people who abort the unalived fetuses. We live in a Western democracy which promotes sexual promiscuity, and forgive us, Lord, for our transgressions.
What did he say?
He was just trying to help balance the audio.
Wait, hold on. I've got a question. You can play amplified equipment, but I can't. So, quick context. In response to what we're doing here, the gentleman at the other stand here played music, right? And did suggestive signs saying what we're doing is boring. So, I won't take your recommendations if you're being sly about it, right? It is I scratch your back, you scratch mine type situation. It is not I slyfully do something because in response of what I'm doing and complying with what you're recommending me to do. Now again, thanks for the people of Camden Town, the sexual degenerates of London, for assaulting me, assaulting my cameramen, and assaulting the people who want to assist in the message that abortion is the unjustified genocide of an innocent population which had nothing to do with their aggressors violently chucking them out of the womb. Now, the main ethos of abortion is that the quality of life, that either being the socio-economic status or in which it's received, is somehow contingent upon the right to life. So that if your mother earns under a certain threshold of money, that somehow serves the justification to violently and brutally unalive a population of innocent fetuses in the womb. So, for me, abortion is the unjustified Holocaust of Western civilization, the cover-up of a murder of a sexually degenerate population of godless degenerates and communists. There is no reason to have an abortion. There is a medical exception for a C-section, but there is no need for an abortion. If that be an ectopic pregnancy or any health conditions which risk the life of a mother, it is all a C-section. You never need an abortion. An abortion is satanic and demonic. It comes from the fruits of lefty politics, and it comes from the fruits of communism and Satanism, treating that life is a commodity at the behest of some other moral agent, which somehow we consider more than the innocent and vulnerable fetus in the womb. Thank you for acting like the child. I'm considered a child, and not really quickly by the Labour government, however. Apparently, I'm a child that can now vote, which I appreciate. God help us, because when my generation come in and promote Christian conservative values, abortion will be gone, trust me. That new Labour policy that promotes abortion over 20 weeks is going to be gone, mate. Trust me. When I have my way, when the young people of this generation come back to their Christian roots, the abortions will be gone. What has you the right to tell a fetus what it can do with their life?
What gives you the right to tell a woman what to do with her body?
Okay, can I kill you right now? Because that's controlling that's controlling the autonomy of you, right? Because autonomy is simply the right for me to do whatever I want with my body. Can I mug you right now?
No.
Great. So we agree that autonomy is restricted within the government.
I'm not going to get involved in your really petty little arguments. We all know
A
woman has a right to choose. A woman has a right to choose.
Yes, sir.
A woman has a right to choose.
I love.
A woman has a right to choose.
Sir, take your medication and relax. A woman does not have the right to unalive, kill, genocide and brutally kill an innocent population. According to this gentleman over here, and according to his comments, he's complicit in the genocide, the Holocaust of innocent human persons. I believe this gentleman here is politically a scumbag and promoting the sexual degeneracy of our young people. Okay, and you believe that young people should engage in uncontrolled sex. You pervert. That is perversion. You believe that young people should have promiscuous sex. That is pedophilia, ladies and gentlemen. That is not let kids be kids. Kids should not engage in adulterated sex. That is not what the innocence of childishness should teach. Unfortunately, it seems like people in Camden, around my age, believe that they can have unprotected sex, not reap the consequences and the gift of life given to them by God, but instead violently kill the sins of the people that have engaged in unprotected sex. Now, if anyone here wants to have a conversation and not a shouting match, I'm all here for it. But right now, Camden Town, and this is on point for what Camden Town teaches in terms of pride. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, pride's a sin. Pride's a sin, and it's promoted in London, ladies and gentlemen. Why does Christ say you should not let your right hand know what your left hand is doing? Because it means your goodness is suppressed by your pride. And London promotes pride, everyone. Pride is directly linked to sexual promiscuity. Somehow, unmodestly, dancing around on the street, having a bits and bobs, walking around the street, and promoting someone's sexual identity. Someone's sexual identity, ladies and gentlemen, should be kept private. It shouldn't be committed publicly, and that is the issues I have with abortion, ladies and gentlemen. And the pride that people have when it comes to abortion is ridiculous. Imagine saying in a third world country, well, unfortunately I had to leave my children to starve because I couldn't afford them. Imagine if they were proud, ladies and gentlemen. You would think they were sick because they have done the worst in the bad situation. And abortion, in any case, if that be socio-economic, or if that be in the case of rape and incest, is the worst situation out of a bad act.
I have a question for you. Are you ever going to get pregnant?
No.
No, well,
But will a child potentially beget a male child?
you seem to have a lot to say about a choice you're never going to have to make.
Well, it takes two to tango, my friend. And also, a woman, I don't know if you know human biology, by the way, will beget potentially either a male or a female. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, the same man who assaulted me, why the police have not dealt with this man, I do not know.
I kicked him right in the fucking balls.
Yes.
And tell your mum and dad,
Yep.
I'm gonna fucking tax them.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, the same man who should be arrested for assault, but yes, it is assault. What he did before was assault.
After like a coward, you kicked me in the back. And when you kicked me in the back, do you remember doing that first, you smarmy little wanker? Huh? Do you remember doing that first? What do you want me to do? Suck your cock? I'll fucking knee you first.
Right. Like I said, Camden Town.
You think I'm fucking scared? You think I'm fucking scared? I'm fucking gonna ramp you. I'm gonna fucking
Can any good civilian want to help out with the deranged man, potentially complicit in an assault charge? No? Lovely jubbly, ladies and gentlemen. So, right now, what I've seen is Camden Town has no brain cells to rub together. You see this? All the rubbing that they do is unadulterated sex. It's never critical thinking.
conservative prick.
Yes.
What are you gonna do when you fucking run out of child porn? Bring Gaza.
Oh, and is that a lefty scumbag? Is that a lefty scumbag? Is that a lefty scumbag? No, I will let you speak when you condemn what this man's just done. For the second time that man assaulted me, and for what I said I'm the scumbag.
Give us it.
No, I want you to condemn him first.
Give us it, man.
Condemn it first.
Give us it, bro.
Condemn it first, you child.
Give us it, bro.
Don't write down your name. Eat your fucking porridge. Don't write down your fucking
He's a
name.
young conservative. He's a little fat.
Yeah, and a young conservative should apparently be assaulted by this gentleman. And they wonder why young people are swinging to the right. Because the left of politics treat young conservatives like that man over there. They vilify the people who affirm that people should not have abortions. They instead suggest that they should be assaulted, villainized on the street for what they believe. This man is an ideological degenerate. Why should I deserve the right to speak if he believes that I should be able to be assaulted?
You assaulted me.
Okay.
On camera.
said that everyone in Camden's fucking fit.
Yes.
That's what I've got a problem with.
Yes.
Why are you so red? Have you shut your pants yet? Because it fucking smells like you're pissed them. That's a nice phone. Oh dear.
Cheers, Starmer, motherfucker.
Oh, okay. You believe in Keir Starmer, yeah?
No, I know that you love him.
Is Keir Starmer left wing?
You love him, don't
Is
you?
Keir Starmer left wing? Is Keir Starmer left wing? Is Keir Starmer left wing? Is Keir Starmer left wing?
You're a little conservative
Is Keir
faggot,
Starmer
bruv.
faggot?
Yeah.
So you believe in homosexual slurs? Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I will approach you. In fact, I will continue to approach you because you've just committed an assault.
Just leave me alone, innit?
No, I'll continue to follow you because you're live streaming me. You scared little commie. You scared little commie. You're a coward. You're an ideological coward. That's why I believe Camden's thick. Now, turn that on, yeah? What the hell was he eating? Well, ladies and gentlemen, whatever contrived shit this man was drinking is brown. So I don't know if he's drinking his own shit or whatever. Oh, I appreciate it, man. God bless you. Now, as I was saying, and if my cameraman were to turn to my direction, that would be greatly appreciated. My hypothesis of Camden Town is that it is the soft underbelly of the constituencies of London. That it has no backbone in terms of democracy, no backbone in terms of freedom of speech, and no backbone when it comes to responsibility. Everyone here who was complicit in a man assaulting a 17-year-old teenager for simply voicing their opinion is an ideological scumbag and doesn't deserve his voice to speak if he does not believe that you should defend the other right to speak. As soon as we no longer have the right to complain, that's when freedom of speech is taken away from us, ladies and gentlemen. And that's what you guys are doing right here. You may disagree with me. I'm pretty hard in terms of my abortion policy. I believe abortion's a mortal sin. I believe that if you die in the sin of abortion, you could be condemned to hellfire. I don't, however, villainize the people that have abortions. I have compassion for them as I had compassion for the thief on the cross, ladies and gentlemen. Because I believe the women who have abortions have been indoctrinated into sexual degeneracy. And I believe the people who are complicit in a drunk man, mind you, this man was drunk. You believe that a man should throw away his potential future because he will be reported for assault and most likely found guilty. And this drunk man, when he had no sanity left to him, will be arrested because you wouldn't stop him. So well done. So far, the people in Camden Town has demonstrated they're sexual degenerates, they have a lack of discipline, they have a lack of social cohesion, and a lack of an urge to debate on the topic that they so strongly believe in. Oh yes, again, going back to sex, demonstrating again that the abortion movement, the people that are pro-abortion, simply do it because they want to have unprotected or sex whenever they want. It is a cardinal sin. What people are committing in Camden Town in agreeing, yes, again, the children of Camden Town being unable to process in their minds the fact that someone disagrees with them when it comes to abortion. Okay, again, children, the children of Camden Town, how we are indoctrinated them into the radical far left, ladies and gentlemen. Oh boy, the next generation is going to be a swing generation, ladies and gentlemen. My prediction is that the youth of this generation, that Keir Starmer, in his benign wisdom, has decided to give the right to vote, has enabled a radical generation. Because don't get me wrong, there are radical commies and people on the right which you believe are radical extremists who are being taught. Hello! God bless your sister. I don't know if you believe in Christianity, you know who I am. But, hey, at least some people appreciate the work I do. Yep.
I'm a Christian.
Yep.
But you shouldn't preach like this. You know.
Well, some people just assaulted me. And also, for example,
I understand
do you know who the first martyr of Christianity is?
Yeah, I understand that. But you shouldn't be preaching down someone's throat.
Wait. Do you know who the first, out of the apostles, who was the first person to be martyred?
Sorry?
Out of the apostles, who was the first person to be martyred? Wait, you just cited Christianity as a reason why not to do this.
I'm just saying to you.
You're just saying that a topic you don't want to indulge in somehow teaches me not to do this.
I'm just saying to you that my church would not engage.
Yes, and this is the reason why churches are failing. This is the reason why we have the lowest church retention in human history. This is the reason why people are leaving the churches at a fast rate, because
You're putting people down, and Jesus,
yes, because they are dumb.
Jesus loved everyone.
Yeah, Christ loves dumb people. Christ loves the sexual degenerates. Christ loves all these labels I'm giving these people. Christ still loves them. I'm a wretched sinner. I used to lust a lot when I was a kid. I used to lie a lot. I used to have a big ego. Yes, and is abortion a sin?
No, but let me talk.
Is abortion sin?
Can you let me talk?
Is an abortion sin?
Can you let me talk?
Is abortion sin?
Can you just let me talk?
Is abortion sin?
I've only just arrived in Camden. Right?
Yes.
I'm meeting a friend, and
Is abortion sin?
It's not a very good.
Is abortion sin?
I'm not getting into that. I'm just
Is
saying,
abortion sin?
I'm saying you should not preach Christianity.
Okay,
down
the
someone's
first
throat,
martyr of Christianity was Stephen, and he died by preaching Christianity in the streets. So, for this lady to say that Christianity is not made for preaching against abortion is intellectually dishonest, and one of the primary reasons why we have the lowest church retention in the world. Because, ladies and gentlemen, it will sit on the backside of liberals and the liberal elites who want to teach our young generation that for some reason I can have sex with no consequence. So, my invitation still stands. Does anyone want to have a discussion on this topic? Because right now, at the threat of being assaulted, ladies and gentlemen, move the camera there, yeah? Move the camera there and also film there. Here you go.
Oh yeah, he's gone. He's on the phone.
Quickly, technical problems, ladies and gentlemen.
So, yeah, I can kind of set out an argument now if you wish. So, I believe that abortion is the biggest Holocaust and the least talked about genocide in Western civilization. Because, ladies and gentlemen, an innocent human life, which a fetus is currently being persecuted by its government. And we as Christians stand up for persecution. Now, pragmatically within the West, I agree that there needs to be a compromise within this United Kingdom. I do agree. But right now, Keir Starmer, in his redefinition of what a human life is, has somehow flagged to his constituencies that he has a mandate from the people, even though he had 30% of the vote. For some reason, he's been able to flag to the British public that given the right condition, given the right quality of life, a newly conceived child and an elderly vulnerable person can die, can be killed, can be murdered for no reason whatsoever, aside from the fact that someone doesn't want them. If I, who had a child out of wedlock, because I was poor, didn't want a child, I would be arrested for parental neglect. But because, ladies and gentlemen, this fetus has reached a certain stage of development, that's somehow justification for killing it brutally and being complicit and not speaking up on the Holocaust of young people. Now, God bless, very recently in the news there was a Liberal Democrat MP who was refused communion by the Catholic Church. And God bless the Catholic Church and my Catholic brothers and sisters
for being the only prominent Christian denomination to speak out actively against abortions? Where are the Protestant denominations in the genocide of fetuses? Where are the Eastern Orthodox brothers and sisters on the genocide of young fetuses? Where are the heretics on the mass genocide of abortions? Where's Islam, the religion of peace? What are they doing about elected abortions? And I'll tell you this, ladies and gentlemen, no one's speaking up about it. And with every single breath, every single ounce of blood in my veins, I will spread the message that abortion is a moral evil that could potentially lead the young generation astray. Abortion has potentially killed a potential life who could have potentially, who knows, cured cancer, cured illnesses that no one yet has found a cure for. You lot are the complicit in the degeneration of us young people. Why do you think, so commonly, the LGBTQ community, the addiction of pornography and abortion is so commonly spoken about within conservative spheres? Because they're all bloody linked. The LGBT community, in its ethos of publicizing someone's sexual identity, somehow correlates to a mind being engineered towards premarital sex. Because there can be no sex, a marriage, in a man-on-man union. There can be a civil partnership, but there could never be a marriage. And because this particular community, which commits the sin of pride every single month of the year, promotes sex outside of marriage, you then see the mass consumption of pornography. Now, is pornography at all advisable, ladies and gentlemen? I don't think so. In fact, the recent development in AI by my fellow incel brothers has now revolutionized the industry of people substituting female actors to AI-generated images of pornography. Now, I know I'm being a bit explicit, but these three acts, these three sins, these three communities are all directly linked. Then this leads to abortion. So once we have an engineered population towards the dispensation of sex en masse, we then see an increase in abortions. Now, a sensible pro-choicer would say to me, well, abortion is a necessary evil. I don't believe necessary evils exist per se, but let's just go with the argument. Now, somehow, a necessary evil then would correlate to somehow having abortions as if it was a commercial industry. We'll allow for our fellow public servicemen, which, by the way, you're killing. Because public servicemen earn the lowest in terms of bracket, in terms of income, and because abortions are predominantly done by the poorest in society, you are killing our future workforce. Now you may be looking at me in disgust, but do you see these jobs here? They're currently not being filled, partially because people aren't having children, and secondly because of abortions. So I can't wait for the next generation to pick up the deficit and a lack of a labour force, ladies and gentlemen.
Instantly. All right.
What? Pardon? Come here. Yes.
Hi.
Yeah, I'll hold it.
Your whole thing is abortion is. Oh, it just gets me angry.
I can clarify.
What's your point? Can you make a point and then I can.
Abortion is the unjustified murder of another human life.
Okay, but it's gonna happen anyway.
Rape is going to happen. Should we make it illegal?
No, I mean. Hang on.
Well, because you've just said to me that because a crime will happen regardless of whether we legislate it, then we should just allow it to happen. So, rape and murder, stealing, tax evasion, mass illegal migration, all these lovely things that kind of foster the downfall of society. because they happen, because we know they do, should we then allow for it to happen?
No, I'm saying if people are going to have abortions anyway, why not allow them to be safe?
Right. If he wants to turn that up, we'll just turn mine up. Do it. Alright.
Why not allow them? When in countries where abortion is illegal, people have them anyway, but they die from it. That's not pro-life because people
back
are dying.
alley abortions, if you look, for example, prior to Roe versus, do you know what Roe versus Wade is, right? The American legislation towards abortion.
In America,
Yeah. No, let's actually look to a nice case study. Do you know how many back alley abortions and how many people died prior to Roe versus Wade being established, on the year of it being established? It was less than 100. Not even that, it was less than 50.
Wait, less than 50 people died.
From back alley abortions, yes.
How are you going to know?
Because you can very clearly, obviously tell when someone's dead. In firstly, dodgy area. Secondly, you can do an autopsy and you can see a butch job of abortion.
Okay, but forget about
Trauma in terms of private areas and whatnot.
Forget about Roe versus Wade. This is happening in America right now. Pregnant women who intend to have their child are dying because doctors are terrified of being sued, so they can't get
That's
the care.
why, instead of it going back to the states, there should be a national legislation which enforces and redefines what an illegal abortion looks like. If we have a national abortion ban, right? If you have that, then doctors are no longer scared about the bylaws, about the wording of the bylaws. They now have this constitution, they now have this national legislation to appeal to and the do's and don'ts of abortion. So America just hasn't held to a strong abortion stance yet.
What would you prefer in your ideal world? How do you think that legislation should be
In the UK, which predominantly, yeah,
Can I ask you a question?
after I've spoken with this lovely lady, because of course women first, gentlemanly, you know.
You're a gentleman.
Yes, of course.
It's nice to have a bloke telling you what to do with your fucking body. Isn't
It's
it?
nice for a man to-
Abortion, what an arsehole.
Okay, sir, it's very lovely that you're currently living today. Well done, gentlemen, for having a civil dialogue. After I speak to the lovely lady.
No, I'm in a hurry.
He wants to talk, can you please?
Okay, fine.
Are you going to have an abortion yourself ever in your life?
No, because I'm not a hypocrite.
Yeah. So if you don't have, so why are you thinking about it?
I don't. Do you rape someone?
Are you calling me a rapist?
No, I'm saying that just because you don't personally commit a crime doesn't therefore mean you don't have to push against it.
Okay, I'm black. I'm a racist, right?
No.
Right. So
No.
why would you call me?
You're
a
the
rapist?
you're the
Why-
racialist that just suggested because I made a comment on a potential crime you did or did not commit. That's something to do with your
why did
race.
you call me a
Why
racist?
is your mind always consumed with this idea that everyone's judging you based on your race?
Let me hold the microphone. Why did you call me a racist?
I didn't call you a racist.
A rapist.
No, I said that. You said to me, well, you're not going to have an abortion, so why push against it? Well, you don't commit rape, but you still push against rape.
Can I say something? I understand on a fundamental level nobody wants you to kill. I understand that.
One sec.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
There can't be two people speaking at once.
okay. All right. Okay. You've got a small cock, right? Isn't it?
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, the fruits of Camden Town demonstrating that everyone's intellectually demented.
The thing is, you're speaking as if there's an ideal way where we can get this legislation and all of the doctors are going to abide by it. That doesn't
Yeah, you have this national document that says this is the do's and do nots of abortion. If it's medically necessary, do a C-section. If it's not medically necessary and she just wants it, don't do it.
But that's so hard to govern. And even then now...
What do you mean? How difficult is it to say, look, if someone has a medical condition, which I don't know if you live in a medieval era of science, but we can very obviously tell when someone needs an abortion or C-section.
Then why isn't it happening? In these...
Because it goes back to the state, that's the problem.
No, because in, for example, Texas, that state, it's complete ban on abortion.
Yeah, and
But
that's why I'm
people are still
against
dying.
the bylaws and state laws of abortion. It should be national. Transparency.
But even then, another issue, rich people will get it anyway. That's happening now.
Okay, and just because, again, this goes back to my analogy of, look, okay, so let's just say, well, some people commit rape, therefore we should just allow it to happen.
Why is this? Why is it always the rape? Why is your
Because rape is another instance of social injustice.
Yeah,
We can do this with murder, with slavery, any analogy which has a matter of social justice.
Yeah, but when it was the black man saying, using an example about racism, you were like, oh, obviously your mind is so, you know, obsessed with race, whatever. And now you use rape for every single thing. Obviously that's a reflection
No,
of you.
it's not. It's just simply that you respond to the fact that rape is wrong. So I'm using this analogy of what is wrong, and I'm applying it to abortion and seeing if it's consistent. Now, what he did was just randomly accuse me of something I didn't do. I'm not accusing you of rape. I'm not saying this as a discussion on rape. I'm just using it as an analogy. If he was using racism as an analogy towards abortion, I'd allow for it. But you didn't see me do that, did you? He just accused me of racism because I gave an analogy which suggested he was guilty of rape and said, in this case, would you then push to be against rape?
Yeah, rape is objectively wrong. Abortion isn't.
Well, firstly, it doesn't matter if something's subjectively or objectively wrong, as long as it's justified, it's still the case, right? Like within an atheistic society, we subjectively, through conventions, come to the conclusion of moral law. Like, for example, if I want to enshrine something in law, I need to have a majority in parliament. That is a subjective legislation. That is a convention of people agreeing to something is wrong. So, if you want to push anything legislatively, it's going to be subjective. Now, unless you're pulling from some sort of weird understanding of what these two concepts mean, regardless if it's subjective or objectively wrong, as long as I can justify to you that it's the case, of course, then we're going to still push for that abortion ban.
Okay. I'm tired. I need to go home. Thank you.
Okay. Woo! Let's all clap for the lady who couldn't actually change my mind. Well done. So, back to my point. I believe abortion is a moral evil. Pardon? Come here then. Let's have a discussion. We can have a discussion on why does this keep on cutting out? We can have a discussion on why abortion is a moral evil, a mortal sin.
Before we discuss abortion being murder, can we just discuss what the fuck is going on?
Says the man with the little...
Do you mind? Let me just sort this out.
Yeah, it's because I got assaulted.
Let me just... Oh shit, what happened?
A man assaulted me for my opinion. It's not good, is it? Do you agree with that?
It's not good to get violent unless you're an actual Nazi.
Do you believe I'm a Nazi? Okay. Thank you, man.
Right.
Cool.
Why are we here?
We are here because I believe abortion is a moral evil.
Okay, yeah, so let me make a starting statement.
Yeah.
Oh, is the mic right?
Hey, flimsy.
Do you want to wait till it's on?
No.
Well, obviously I'm not a medical student.
Testing.
For the most part, yeah, I'm a medical student with a career.
Okay, we're back.
Okay, so I'm not a medical student.
No, that's fine, it's fine.
But I am a singer in a band called Happy Ritual, and you should follow us on Instagram. Happy.ritual on Instagram.
So that's all you're here for? Okay. You're not holding it. I'll hold it and you'll speak.
Okay, that's fair enough. So, I've just come from a gig.
A gay club?
And I've been drinking. And so, this, you know, you can't... Okay, so your average medical student, well, not that I'm a medical student, but if you your average medical student would agree that a zygote is not a baby.
I never argued it's a baby. A baby is just a stage of development.
Okay, that's fine.
But they would still agree that life begins at conception and it's still of the human species. Like if you go to the National Institute of Health, there's a certain study, I forget off the top of my head, but there was 98% of medical professions agreed that life begins at conception and that this is of the human species. And I've got reductios, of course, to kind of prove, well, if you deny these things, you have problems. And we have to move here, because I don't want you to get, you know, Okay, so, you want to end the discussion here? No? Bye! You need to go? Back to the gay club? Hey, he said he was going there.
If they're gone, I can talk myself.
Go on.
I would like to get back to your point.
Remember, it's always the most hateful people who have the microphones.
And remember, it's always the most hateful person who assaults the person with the microphone. That's what assassins do, you bigots.
Good thing then that I didn't assault you, isn't it?
Go back. Well, besides from the fact you have a smile that only a clown could love, it seems to me that you're the bigot in this situation.
Don't take that.
Yeah.
I think you
Oh,
just,
that's too bad. Because you're going to have a comedic downfall. Yeah, because you're going to have a comedic downfall, yeah?
You've just let everybody know what your character is and what kind of person you are. Have a good day.
I wasn't the one who came here and physically assaulted someone. I just said a sly comment about your smile. I hope you're okay.
Hi, so I'd like to get back to the point I heard from you like 5 minutes ago about how abortion is apparently equal to a Holocaust. Could you explain that to me as an Austrian person?
Yeah, so Holocaust is typically colloquially referred to just a genocide, right? So I used it as a form of analogy to state that abortion is the governmental legislation that pushes for the genocide of human life. And that's what the Holocaust was in the 1940s, of course.
Well, yeah.
It was the government legislative discrimination and murder of Jews, homosexuals, gypsies, and disabled and identical twins, which I am, of course.
Okay, but that was people being put in the camp to die. And that
You
was
can go
like,
back here if you want.
That was thousands upon thousands of people died through torture, through work. They had to do so much and they just died for it. How does that compare to killing something? It's not even really killing, I don't want to use that word, but if you're gonna use it, it's not a life that has been born yet. We're risking the life of an alive woman that has had a life for like 20 years, for 30 years. She has lived, and you're risking her life by not allowing her.
How am I doing that?
If you don't want abortions, you're risking her life because.
How am I doing that? Because a medical essential abortion.
me.
Well, no, because now you're just repeating the same topic in accusing me of something that I'm not doing. So firstly, you asked me how this is analogous to the Holocaust. The hospital is the camp, right?
No,
yeah, of
no,
course
it's
it is.
not.
Of course it is.
What
Of course it
the
is.
fuck?
It's a
What
medical
the fuck?
procedure that
No.
unalives the fetus. That's my first point. The second point,
A fetus is just a clump of cells.
it is a human clump of cells.
Well, it's not even a human.
What are you composed of? Boxes, plastic? Like, we're all made of cells.
Yes, but do your cells in your hand, do those turn into not a human? No, they don't.
Well, no, because a hand is a part of a human. The fetus is the
Yes.
whole of a
No.
human. Do you know the difference between a part of a living person and the whole of a human person?
Yeah.
Your right hand is not identical to the whole of you in the same way that a fetus has a whole and has constituents and has parts,
If you
right?
would let me-
Now, if you want me to continue,
If you would let me
and you calm
clarify.
down emotionally because it seems like you're escalating your voice.
Okay.
My problem is as thus. Please don't interrupt this discussion, bro.
How big is your cock, man?
Are you asking a minor? Are you asking a
a
17-year-old how big his penis is?
Huh?
Are you asking a 17-year-old how big his penis is?
You don't have
Are you
one.
a pervert?
Alright?
Are you-
You're the pervert.
No, you're the pervert because you asked the 17-year-old
You haven't had
boy.
a fuck yet.
Yes, you've asked the 17-year-old boy how big his penis is. Your mum would be proud of you, surely.
Okay, may I
Yes. So as I was
clarify my point from earlier because you interrupted me kind of. And I
Okay.
would like to have my chance
If
to
it's
talk
not
to you.
repeating the same fact that I'm complicit in the
absolutely.
unaliving of women.
Absolutely. You're not unaliving a woman. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that you're risking a life. And that you're risking her health too for a life that has not yet lived any day so far. And it's a fetus.
It is living. Sorry, conjecture in a discussion is just, you've said something that's unequivocally false. Is what's in the womb dead? It's living. It's growing. Typically only growing things are alive. Like for yourself, you would still develop, you still grow hair because you're living.
Okay, so where do I even start with that? Because there's so much wrong with that. I'm sorry. First of all, a fetus, it does not have feelings, it does not feel a pain, it doesn't feel emotions, it doesn't have memories, it hasn't lived any life, it doesn't have a soul yet, if you want to believe in souls. I'm not sure if you do.
By the way, a soul is the principle of material life. If something is living, therefore it has a soul.
Okay, great.
So the fetus has a soul, yes.
But
That's the first thing.
Please.
Second thing is we do not value someone for their feelings or their consciousness because these things not yet deployed when someone is asleep or someone's in a coma, and we still value them equally as a human life. So it is not a conjunction of emotions, like complex feelings. It is just simply the passive potency to deploy these things which I value.
So now a fetus is a comatose person. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm saying if you're being consistent, you would kill coma patients. No, I'm not, because I don't value a pig over a human. I don't value, like... Pardon? Okay, great. So, if anyone wants to have a discussion after this lady, they can have that, or you can shout like a child. Like the children you're trying to unalive.
I don't even know where to start again, because I just feel like you're trying to shoot down everything I say without letting me clarify what I mean. Because again, I don't know if you believe in a soul. I don't think that's like a separate thing, because...
But why mention it?
Yes, but a soul is like...
And it does have a soul.
If you believe in souls.
Yes, so why did you say it doesn't have a soul?
Because that's only if you believe in souls. Because if you
Yeah,
don't
but
believe...
you
if
said...
don't-
You
don't
said...
believe
You
in-
verbatimly said, if you believe in souls, it doesn't have a soul. Well, it does. Because
a soul
is the principle of material life. You can read Aristotle on metaphysics, and he covers this.
And in that way...
If it is living, which we both agree it is, which you initially said it wasn't... Okay, is it dead?
No, it's not dead.
So what is it?
It's not alive yet because it doesn't...
So it's not living and it's not dead. What is it? What is the thing
It's
growing in the
material.
mother's womb?
It's cells.
That is growing and that is alive.
No.
You understand that your skin cells are alive, right? That's why, like, right now, right, I have burns on my hands and the dead skin cells are kind of flaking off, not to be too graphic. Which demonstrates again that organic life has a dichotomy of either being living or dead. That's the first thing. And secondly, cells also have their own category of either if they're living or they're dead. So even if we grant that it's not of the human species, which then you meant to say that a mother is somehow begetting something not of the human species, what do you think the species of the fetus is, might I add? Is it a dog, cat?
No, it is a human fetus.
Okay, so it's a human, part of human species. It is living, right?
It's... Would I be able to speak?
Well, it's a true...
It's a true dichotomy question. So it's either living or it's dead. So which one is it?
It hasn't lived a life yet. Maybe...
No. Living a life is some sort of arbitrary understanding of, like, I don't know, memories, right? Is it living? Yes or no?
If you let me continue after I answer,
Yes,
I
of
will.
course. You can qualify
Okay,
after the yes or no.
Thank you. Okay, if I can clarify. Yes, but it has not had any memories yet. It has not lived any life yet. It doesn't experience emotions yet. It doesn't experience pain yet. So it doesn't qualify as a full human being yet because it doesn't have any of the qualities that a human, we as living, breathing humans, as we stand right here, it does not have any of those qualities. It doesn't.
So, quickly, because we're having a one-to-one discussion, do you agree, and my original hypothesis, right, I posed to you, was that abortion is the unjustified murder of a human life. You've agreed it's human, you've agreed that it's living. Wait, hold on. Because I asked her this question, not you, and you have a different opinion to her because you're not part of a hive mind. Okay, you're not part of a hive mind, you don't think the same way identically. So, given this, do you agree that abortion is the unjustified taking of a human life?
No.
Is it a human? Yes. Is it a life? Yes. Is there no reason to have an elected abortion? Yes. Which therefore means that abortion is the thing that I initially said. Now, do you believe that you should value, or do you believe it's moral to unjustly take a human life?
In certain cases, yes.
Okay. You believe that for no reason whatsoever you can take a human life?
There is a reason to kill a few.
Give me the valid reason of an abortion.
Because it can endanger the mother's life. It could have been due to rape. It could have been that the woman or the family in general doesn't have enough money to raise the child, so the child would...
How is finances risking the mother of life? Yes, but I asked you for examples. I asked you for examples of where abortion leads to the death of the mother. You give me finances. What do you think? Because someone earns under £30,000 a year, that means they suddenly drop dead suddenly.
No,
now,
but
in the case, and I want you to ask, I'm asking you this question. If we agreed and we came to a compromise that abortions in the case of incest, risking the mother's life, and rape was wrong, but every other reason we won't permit. You can shake my hand and end this discussion.